Guitar Roque and welcome to RoqueSox. So today I'm doing my first guitar tutorial in, I'm pretty sure, over a year. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these. So as you can tell from the title of this video, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play the song Blonde by Waterparks. So just a little disclaimer before we get into this, I'm an entirely self-taught guitarist, so I only do these when I get requests for them. And also, if you want to just use this as a guideline and play the song differently, go for it, because that's the great thing about music. So yeah, I'm going to be dividing this tutorial into different pieces, and all of the timestamps will be down in the description, so you can just skip to whichever part you need. So yeah, let's rock it. Okay, so I'm going to start off by showing you guys what chords you need, and you only need 4 chords for this entire song. And the first one is B minor, and I'm going to show you a few different ways to play this. So the way that I play it is holding the first 5 strings of the 2nd fret, the 2nd string of the 3rd fret, and the 3rd and 4th strings of the 4th fret. And that is going to sound like this. So if it's too difficult for you to stretch your finger all across 5 strings, what I used to do when I started playing was just hold down the first one. It's a different variation of the chord, but you could still kind of get away with it until you teach your finger how to stretch all the way across. So that sounds like this. So the easiest way I know to play this chord, which I didn't actually figure out until I figured out how to get my finger to stretch across, was just holding down the 1st string on the 2nd fret, the 2nd string on the 3rd fret, and the 3rd string on the 4th fret. So that is going to sound like this. The next chord that you need is G. So for this you're going to hold down the 5th string on the 2nd fret, the 1st string on the 3rd fret, and the 6th string of the 3rd fret. And that is going to sound like this. Now honestly, it's very uncomfortable for me to hold a G like this. I just did it this way because it's easier to get my fingers down in the order that I'm explaining how to hold the chord. I actually play it with my fingers like this. You don't need to use the same fingers I'm using to hold a specific chord, so just figure out what's more comfortable for you. The next chord you need is D, and again, you don't need to use the same fingers I'm using here. So for D, you're holding down the 1st and 3rd strings of the 2nd fret and the 2nd string of the 3rd fret. And that is going to sound like this. And the final chord is A, which is definitely the easiest one in the song. You're just holding down the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings of the 2nd fret. So that sounds like this. That was a very bad strum. So because the song is so fast, I want to talk about the timing first. Now technically speaking, you're supposed to be counting the song in 4 beats. So it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so on and so forth. However, for the sake of making this a little simpler, I'm just going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 2 main strumming patterns for the song, and you can honestly use either of these for the entire song. But anyways, strumming pattern 1 is down strums for counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then when you get to 8, it's a down up. So that, played very slowly, is going to sound like this. By the way, I'm just holding B minor while I'm doing the strumming. Strumming pattern 2 has down strums for 1, 2, 3, 4, up strum for 5, up down for 6, down for 7, and down up for 8. And that is going to sound like this. So yeah, you're going to be using those for the majority of the song. There's a few differences here and there, but I'll go through them as I go through each bit of the song. There's, however, one more bit that I want to explain now, just because it does come up a lot, and that is where you have a down strum on 1, do nothing for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, have another down strum on 7, and a down up for 8. And that sounds like this. Okay, now how to actually play the song. So of course we need to start with the introduction. So for this you are going to use strumming pattern 1, and you're going to have the chord progression B minor, G, D, and A. So you're going to go through this chord progression twice. You're going to do the entire strumming pattern for each chord except for the last A. On A you are going to do that down, 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 up. So that is going to sound like this. play this, I don't do down up on 8, I just play a down strum because that works too. Now for the verses. So for the verses, you're going to be using strumming pattern 2, and you're going to have the chord progression G, B minor, D, A. And you're going to go through the chord progression twice, playing the entire strumming pattern for each chord. So that is going to sound like this. Verse, I actually tweak things a little bit. In the first round of going through the chord progression, for D I do a down strum on 1 and 2, nothing for 3 and 4, down strums again on 5 and 6, nothing for 7 and 8, and on the A it's a down strum on 1 and then wait until 7 and 8 where it's down, down, up. So when I play it, it sounds like this. The pre-chorus, which is the I never want you to be thinking this loud bit. So for this, you again going to use strumming pattern 2, and you're going to have the chord progression G, A, B minor, A, G, A. So again, it's the entire strumming pattern for each of the chords, except for that last A where it's going to be the down, 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 up again. So that is going to sound like this. Again, strumming pattern 2 and the same chord progression that she had in the intro, B minor, G, D, A. So again, you're going to go through this twice, entire strumming pattern for each chord, and then it changes a little when it gets to the no plastic or paper bit. So for this bit, you're going to have the chord progression G, D, A, B minor, and you're going to be changing chords after each count to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, switch chords, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch chords, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch chords, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch chords. And you're going to be going through that twice. So that bit is going to sound like this. After that, you go back to the B minor, G, D, A, and that all together is going to sound like this. So this next little bit is the post-chorus, and I hope I'm explaining this timing right because it's a little weird. Disclaimer, I mean it's weird to explain, not to play. It's very easy to play. So this is only 2 chords, B minor and G. So for B minor, you're going to strum down once on 1, nothing for 2, up on 3, nothing for 4, and then on 5, you're going to be on G and have a down strum. Then you're going to 8, 6, 7, 8, 1, and on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's down strums. And then on 8, it's down, up. Shout out to my past self for writing this down so I could explain that. Again, I promise it's way easier to play it than to explain it, so that sounds like this. Just for the sake of making sure I got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the way, I forgot to mention this is supposed to be played twice. Next is the bridge. So for this, you're going to go back to strumming pattern 1, and you're going to use the same chord progression that you used in the verses. G, B minor, D, A. So again, you're going to go through the entire strumming pattern for each of the chords, go through the chord progression twice, and something that I do on the last 2 chords, the D and the A, is I just play 8 down strums like what I do in the intro. So that sounds like this. chorus, which has the same chord progression as the main chorus, but it starts off a little differently. So the first two times that you go through B minor, G, D, and A, you're going to be playing down strums on 1 and 2, nothing for 3 and 4, down strums on 5 and 6, nothing for 7, 8. Then you switch chords, down strums again 1 and 2, nothing for 3 and 4, and then just one down strum on 5. And then again on the last A, it's going to be that down, 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 up. So that is gonna sound like this. So after that, you're going to go back to the normal strumming pattern 2 for B minor, G, D, and A. Play that twice, and then when it gets to plastic and paper again, the strumming is different. So the first time going through this chord progression, you're just going to be doing down strums, except on the B minor where it's going to be a down, down, up. So the timing will be a down on the G, which is 1, a down on the D, which is 5, a down on the A, which is 1, and a down on the B minor, which is 5, and then a down up on 8. So that is gonna sound like this. So after that, it's back to B minor, G, D, and A, and you end the song on one down strum on B minor. So the entire final chorus is going to sound like this. So to put all of that together to play the entire song, you are going to be doing intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, post-chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, post-chorus, bridge, final chorus. So yeah, that is how you play Blonde by Waterparks. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you did, let me know down in the comments. And also, if you plan on using this tutorial to help you to do a cover of it, please send me the links to your covers. You can send it to me over Twitter or Instagram or Tumblr, or even tell me about it down in the comments. Don't leave the links to your videos because those get marked as spam. Like, just let me know down in the comments and I will go and watch your video, because seriously, I would love to see more Waterparks covers on YouTube. Also, in case anyone is interested, I also know how to play Lucky People and Not Warriors by Waterparks, so if you want me to do a tutorial on either of those, let me know that down in the comments as well. But yeah, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like it, share it if you think someone else should learn how to play the song, and if you're new and want to see more of me, be sure to hit subscribe and book the bell to join Planet RoqueSox and get Soxy new videos every Wednesday. If you want to know what goes on in my alternative normal life the rest of the week, you can head over to my personal channel and social medias, all of which are linked down in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next week, you just keep rocking. Bye!